such a freaking honor to be here today. Hairstylists are my favorite people in the entire world. Can you guys agree we're like our own breed of like weird and quirky and passionate and soulful? I think we're just the best people in the whole world. And you know what I like even more than hairstylists? I like a hairstylist in school. I like a hairstylist in school because it's hard. You gotta work 2 jobs, you're living off of ramen, you got babies at home, you're broke as shit, you're living on a dream, girl, I've been there, and I think hairstylists who make it through beauty school are the real MVPs. Yeah? You feel that? And you guys are full of this excitement and passion, and sometimes we don't even know what the hell we're so excited about, but we are excited, right? And I love that. That excitement is contagious. And you get to be around all that excitement all weekend. And I think if you can carry that excitement with you throughout your career, you're going to do big things. Do you agree? I'm still that excited. And you want to know what I like even more than a hairstylist in school? The crazy ones like you. The ones who did all this shit to make it to Beacon. You took all this extra time and you tried and it was hard and you did a photo shoot and you didn't know if you could make it here and you had to leave little babies at home and loved ones, figure out how to be here. You guys are the leaders of our industry. You guys are the future. You're the salon owners. You're the future speakers. You're the 6-figure earners. You're the Sam Villas of the future. Yeah. You guys are crazy! You made it here. Give yourself, make out with yourself, love yourself, give yourself a round of applause. Yes. I like the crazy people like you because we're the people who change the world. Yeah? Who believes that hairstylists change lives? 100%. So if you can change a life, then you can change the world, can't you? And together, what kind of impact can we make, right? I know hairstylists change the world because when I was 12 years old, a hairstylist changed my world. I was born and raised in Las Vegas, Nevada. I was yes, Vegas. I was a super troubled teenager. Every single year from 11 years old to 16, I was sent to live with a different family or a different school. Drugs, boys, running away, substance abuse, hated myself, you name it. That's what I was going through. When I was 12 years old, I hated the school I was at. I remember the teacher smelled like onions, and she made me do a bunch of shit I didn't want to do, and I had to get expelled. And so what I did, I just thought, well, I'll just steal box color from Walmart, and I'll ruin my natural level 8 hair. That'll do it. So I was expelled for not having natural hair color. As I sat on the curb, waiting for my parents to pick me up, a woman came by and she handed me a business card. And I read the business card and she said, I think you should call him. And I said, oh, okay. And I read the business card and it said, Brandon Holt at the Robert Cromine Salon in Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas. I didn't know what the hell that meant, but I was going. And so I booked a color correction at that salon, having no idea what that would mean. And I walk into the salon like Lizzo, and I sit in the chair. And what do I do when we sit in the chair? I share my heart, my soul, my stories, my pains, right? And I have this amazing appointment. And at the end of the service, my dad looks at the bill, and I get this death stare of your ass is grass forever. And I'm like, okay, I'll do whatever you want. I'll work it off. And I'm beaming from the inside out. I go home and I work all the chores off, but I had to go back to the salon. I don't remember to this day what my hair looked like when I came in or when I left. But what I remember is what I felt. I felt listened, heard, loved, beautiful, seen, and I felt like I fit in a hairstylist chair. And I had to go back. So I did whatever I could do to earn some cash to go back to the salon. And 6 months later, I walked back into the salon and I put the cash on the table And I said, Brandon, what can I get for this much? And he kind of laughed at me, and he said, I'm going to go talk to your dad. And he went and talked to my dad, and he came back, and he said, I'll tell you what, if you come back with better grades on your report card, I will do your hair complimentary today. That act of kindness changed my life. I still got in trouble. I still did drugs. Things were still really hard. But I believed in myself just a little bit more. I tried a little bit harder. I went just a little bit farther so I could feel, listen, heard, seen, beautiful, and loved. All the things that you guys do for people every fucking day in the salon. We touch people in such an amazing way. I had to go back. He did that for me until I was 16 years old. I would bring my report cards back, and I would feel those things. When I was 16 years old, he was now working at a salon called the Kelly Cardenas Salon in Las Vegas. And I walk into that salon, and I dropped out of high school, which wasn't exactly a report card. So I'm getting my hair done, and I'm feeling nervous, and halfway through the appointment, I gotta tell him, I don't got a report card for you today. Shit's not good, I dropped out of high school. And so he's talking to me, what's going on, what's going on? Kelly came over and talked to me. He said, I'm going to make you a deal. I'm going to give you an opportunity. I'm going to give you a door that you can choose to walk through. If you choose to show up in all black, I will change your life. If you work hard and you show up tomorrow. And I did. We all get these opportunities in our life. Beacon is this opportunity for you. All the things that are going to happen to you, opportunities knocking. Are you listening? You get to choose to stay put. You have two choices. Am I going to stay put? Am I going to stay scared? Am I going to stay here where it's not that comfortable but comfortable? Or am I going to choose to pivot? Am I going to make a change? We're going to pivot. We're going to pivot, yes. Let Beacon be this life-changing, transformational weekend for you. You get to choose to do that, right? Yes, we're going to pivot. So that's me. I chose to pivot. I chose to assist. I chose to wash bowls. I chose to figure out how to put gas in my car. And I chose to show up every fucking day and keep on going, right? Just like you do every day at school and like you're about to do. Yeah? Who's a Friends fan? All right, you're my girl. So nobody pivots like Ross pivots, right? Would you look down at what I made for you? It says pivot. So I'm going to teach you a few things today, but all I want you to go home with is when you hit those walls and things get hard, what are we going to do? We're going to pivot. So for those of you that have been sheltered, I am so sorry, and I will show you the best scene of all time.
Follow my lead.
Okay.
Come on, Chad. All right, okay. Here we go. All right, ready? Yeah. Turn. Okay. Turn.
I don't think we can turn anymore.
I just don't think it's gonna fit.
Oh, yeah, well, come on, up. Yes. Oh. Here we go. Pivot. Pivot.
Shut up.
Okay, I don't think it's gonna pivot anymore.
You think?
Life's like that, yeah? Oh yeah, calling your friends, you don't know what to do, you just keep hitting that wall. You gotta keep pivoting. So that little pin's gonna act as a reminder for you. So you guys are about to embark in this really exciting time of your life. This time you're never going to forget. Whether this is a second or third career for you, or you're fresh out of beauty school and you're 19 years old, either way, this is a brand new beginning, right? And I'm gonna tell you a little secret. The secret to getting ahead is just getting started. And who here has big, fat dreams? Like six-figure income dreams, right? BMW dreams, right? Paying all the bills on time dreams. Like, that's a good dream. Let's just start there, okay. And we're picturing like dream clients, people you actually want to hang out with, people whose lives you can actually touch. But sometimes when we start, it doesn't look like that, yeah? And that's okay. So when I started in my first salon, and I had all the same big old dreams, it was this old ballet studio. And I called in a friend. I mean, I was living on her couch at the time, so I just went in the other room. And I asked her if she'd help me paint this. And we painted these ugly purple stripes on the wall because I wanted to feel inspired. And for some reason, that inspired me at the time. And we had to get some furniture up in there. So we found some like dressers on the sidewalk that I assumed were free. And we put them in the salon. And I painted them. And I'm someone who's very inspired by like that anthropology vibe. It's expensive. So I'm like, I know what we'll do. We'll go to Walmart and we'll get scrap paper that looks like a boho pattern and we're gonna hot glue that shit to the dresser. And then we went to Walmart and I got some shelves because you gotta have at least 2 or 3 for your retail. And I didn't know what a stud was, but I just hung them up and they had this like tilting thing they did, you know? And you could put your products on them. So when I would go to do Susan's hair, I would just have to carefully grab the mousse so everything didn't fall and put it in her hair and very carefully put it back. And I had this shampoo bowl that I don't know who the hell put in, someone I found on Craigslist, and they're like supposed to be this high. This shit was this high. And it's like glued to the wall for dear life, and so you're like getting carpal tunnel, giving the massage of your life, like, please come back, right? And I did it day after day after day. And in that little space that smelled like paint and was hideously ugly, I built a beautiful clientele. Everything you guys need to get where you are dreaming of going, it's inside of you. I promise. But you can't let things be beneath you. You can't be afraid to start, to let things not be so cute, right? To let things smell like paint, to hot glue shit to a wall or a dresser. You gotta be okay with that. Who wants to see my first salon? This is the purple salon. You like that? You see my shampoo bowl that's very high? My 10 towels on rotation I took home to my friend's mom's house to wash. You see that? The shelves, you can't even tell from here because of the shadow how much they lean. You want to know the best part? Look how proud I am. I am proud. I'm like the fucking Godfather. I'm like, this is my salon, right? You guys got to have that energy in your life, in your career, no matter what it looks like. You got to be like the Godfather. People would come into my salon, and I'm like, I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. I got 3 tubes of color, and you're going to like one of them, because that's all I could afford. And you're going to come back in 6 to 8 weeks, right? So I want you to take that energy home. No matter where you are, no matter how hard it is right now, you are the Godfather, okay? Okay, because we're going to pivot. So I want you to remember this. Like, not just have fun with it today, but I really want you to go home and say, you know what, if that crazy girl on stage can do it, hell, I can do it, and I can do it better. And so I'm going to count down to 1, and I want you to say pivot, okay? And we're going to do this. 3, 2, 1. Pivot! I want you to say it like your life and your bills depend on it. 3, 2, 1. Pivot! Good. So, who wants to hear about my Instagram break? Who's on Instagram? Okay, I would love to be your friend on Instagram. And for those of you who don't know, it's actually a part of my career now. It's changed my life. It's allowed me to share my message, share my hair with thousands of people. Hey, Elizabeth Faye on Instagram, right? And whatever other business, there's got the salon one and the hair love retreat. You know, whatever business you're doing, you got to have Instagram, right? Okay, you ready for how I made my big break? I pivoted, and it was hard, and I did it day after day after day. Things didn't go viral. It wasn't overnight. I got on in 2012, and I kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And so I found myself, I was newly married, and with a surprise child who just came out of my body, and I had to provide for him. I was the breadwinner, And I went from a situation where I was working 6 days a week, working at the school at night, the beauty school, working all day doing clients. All of a sudden, I got to care for this child, and I can't be gone 6 days a week. What the hell am I going to do? So I have to figure out how to get my dream clients to pay me for what I want and how to make more or the same in 3 days, right? You guys are going to fall into this situation or you're already in it. So I had to figure it out. And so I'm working at this salon, renting a chair, and I'm like, you know what? I think that if I share my message online, maybe clients would see my hair, right? And I'm pretty broke, but I'm like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to keep doing this, and I'm going to keep doing this. And at the time, I had this client. He was Wayne Newton. I mean, he's really old, right? And this guy worked for Wayne Newton in Vegas, and he would pay me $200 to do a house call to cut his hair. Hell yeah, right? Drive my little Hyundai over there, and I cut his hair and get $200 cash. And at his salon, he had these beautiful Las Vegas chandeliers. I'm from Vegas, so they reminded me of kind of like old school casino, and I loved them. And I would look up at them, and I would visualize my life with one of them. Maybe like a vaulted ceiling living room one day, and I'd walk in with people I love, sit my happy ass under that chandelier, or maybe a salon with chairs that people sat in, and they would feel, listen, heard, seen, beautiful, and loved under my chandelier, and I envisioned it. And one day, he brought me this chandelier. I told him every time, I just really want one. You got like 50. You sure you can't spare one? And so it worked. Begging worked. So he brought me one day. And the box was about this high. The hell am I going to do with a chandelier that big? And it's hanging in this big, beautiful box. And that chandelier, to me, represented my dreams, right? You guys all have chandeliers in your life. I didn't have anywhere to put it. So I lugged it around. It would be behind a friend's house in her apartment building with like a tarp over it to hide it, or it'd be in her mom's garage or someone's storage unit. For years, I lugged that chandelier around like, this is my dream. I'm going to put it somewhere cool one day. And so I'm starting at this salon, and things got so hard. And even after years of lugging that chandelier around, I had a baby to feed. I had to sell my chandelier. I had to sell my dream, right? That's okay. It's okay. I'm going to post my stuff on Instagram. And so we do what we have to do sometimes, right? Yep. You guys, maybe you're in this situation. If not, you'll be in it at some point, or maybe you have been in it. So I did what I had to do, and so I'm going to start sharing my message online. Problem, the salon had these curtains about 25 feet tall, all the way across the salon, beautiful crushed velvet red. And the walls were like beige, but yellow beige. Can you think of a worse place to take a picture of balayaged hair? So what am I going to do? Am I going to give up? No, what are we going to do? 3, 2, 1. What? Say it again. 3, 2, 1. Pivot. Hell yeah, we're going to pivot. So every day I would walk up to those curtain and I would go like this. And I would tie it on the side so you could just see the window and all the light coming in. And I would go over to the best spot in the salon where the best light was. Second problem, someone worked in that station. And I would say, hey, would you pivot your chair with your client in it that way so I can take a photo? I got a baby to feed, and I'm taking those photos, right? And I'm posting it online, and I'm painting hair. And I do it 5 times a day, 8 times a day. You can't care about what other people think if you want to grow your message. You can't be worried about someone watching you online who went to high school with you or is your ex or is jealous of you in the salon. It doesn't matter. You got to get to the person you're meant to be. And to do that, you got to pivot. So, okay, will you reluctantly move your client again? Thank you, and I'm going to do it again. I did it for years. Didn't give a shit. Did it again. I was grateful, I was thankful for her pivoting, but either way, I needed her to pivot, right? Guess what started to happen? Traction, pivoting in my bank account. Oh yeah, I had my dream clients in the chair. It was starting to pay off, paying the bills on time. loving what I'm doing. I'm good at what I do. Starting to get a little recognition online, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is what we were doing this for. Then all of a sudden, it's growing even bigger than that. I'm getting more followers. I'm getting more clients. I'm getting so busy. I don't know what to do. I'm having people apply to be my assistant. I'm triple booked. And then I'm getting asked to teach what I've learned. So I'm like, okay, I'll go to your school or your salon where you work, and I'll teach a class. And then before you know it, I'm teaching in Hawaii and New York and Alaska and LA. And I'm living in a little town in Utah at the time. And I'm getting on a plane to go there. Right? These are places I'd never been in my life. I didn't grow up flying and going places. And I'm like, you want me to come to New York? Okay, let's go. And Lizzo comes in. I'm the godfather, right? I'm going to paint some hair. And I kept doing it, and I kept doing it. And it felt good. I pivoted. And then things start to fall apart. Things got hard, because that happens in life. All of a sudden, my marriage is falling apart, and I'm going to be getting a divorce. I have a little baby. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might be losing my house. I might be losing my car. All these things I worked so hard for, right? And I'm in this salon space, and they were so gracious to let me pivot and do all this crazy stuff, but I'm busting out of the seams there. And they're like, girl, you got to take this crazy train of like suitcases and products and multiple clients. Like, this isn't working. Where am I going to work? Where am I going to live? How am I going to take care of this little baby? What am I going to do? Am I going to throw in the hat and just say, you know what? This is too hard. This thing I can't do. I wasn't made for something this hard. I could do the other stuff, but this is too hard. Are we going to do that? What are we going to do? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Yes, we're going to pivot. I'm not going to move home with my mom. I'm going to pivot. I'm going to figure this out. So I'm like, all right, you are Elizabeth Faye, you can do this. You are Elizabeth Faye, you can do this. And you know those times in your life you're like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I think I got to do this. And then I get a phone call. And I'm going to call her Susan because I think it's funny. And poor Susan and Karen's are getting beat up online, and I am sorry, but it is funny. And so Susan calls me, and she's one of my clients, and she owns this building in town. She says, hey, a salon owner just moved out. I think you should open a salon. I said, are you out of your mind, Susan? I'm getting a divorce. I don't know where I'm going to live. Like, no, Susan. Do you guys ever have those opportunities in your life that are knocking? And you say, no, not me. I'm not good enough. No, not me. I don't stand on stages. No, not me. I don't do that type of hair because I don't know how. I'm not good enough, right? No, not me, I can't double book. No, not me, I don't deserve to get paid that much, so I'm just never going to raise my prices. No, we got to pivot. So I said, all right, whatever, Susan. So I walk up the stairs. We're going up the stairs to see the salon, and I'm literally telling her as I'm walking up the stairs what a terrible idea this is. And this is those times in your life where if you're not committed to finding a way, you're going to find every excuse in the book, right? And I'm doing that. That's that little voice. That's not the pivot voice. That's the other one, like, no, this is a really bad idea. Like, this is going to be a hot mess. And so I'm walking up the stairs telling her, no, I'm getting a divorce. I'm too young. I'm just a single mom. I don't know how I'm going to make ends meet. This is too hard. What car am I going to drive? She's like, just look at the damn salon. And I walk in, and do you want to know what's hanging in that salon? My fucking chandelier. My chandelier, my dream that I lugged around from storage units to behind apartment buildings to whoever's garage would let me put in it, was hanging in that salon. You want a sign? That's your sign. This is your sign this weekend, guys. This is your sign to play big. And there was my chandelier. Hanging up there. And I looked at her with tears in my eyes, and I said, Susan, I'm going to open a salon. I don't know how. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know who's going to work there. But I know I'm going to open a salon. That's my son. He played Legos while my dad and I set up everything in the salon. This is our happy salon where people sit in chairs and feel what I felt when I was with Brandon. Listened, heard, beautiful, seen, and loved. That's what you guys do all the time. You are being guided in your life. All of these walls that keep coming up, that you have to pivot and figure out how to break through, you are being guided. You guys are exactly where you're supposed to be today. Everything you have done has brought you here to this conference, to hang out with me today, to hang out with all these amazing people. One decision could change your life. One person in this room could change your life. You don't have to wait for your chandelier. You're going to have purple salons, right? You're going to have lots of report card moments. I'm so proud of you guys for being here. Are you proud of yourself? Good. So, now I'm a salon owner. I've been a hairstylist for 11 years. I get to influence other amazing people with big dreams just like me. I'm a business coach for people just like you. And I'm the CEO of a company called Hair Love, where we take people and have incredible transformational experiences like you guys are having this weekend. Do I have your permission to walk you through something that we do at the beginning of every retreat? It's a guided visualization. It's not too woo-woo, but we're going to get a little woo-woo. But there are things in your life that are holding you back right now, and I want you to be feeling seen, beautiful, loved, and heard, and open to what this weekend can do for you. Will you come with me? Will you play with me? Yes? Okay. Just take a deep breath. You are exactly where you are supposed to be right now. Every single sacrifice, every choice, every late night, every struggle, every time you said, I don't know if I can do this anymore, that's why you're here. But there's walls in your life that you're about to come up against, and there's walls in your life right now. These walls are the things that you are afraid of. These are the walls that tell you to play small. The walls that make you question who you are. I want you to visualize that wall in your life right now. I want you to visualize it until you can see it. What does it look like? How tall is it? How wide? Is it towering above you? Is it surrounding you? What's your wall? Is it sticky? Does it have thorns? Is it muddy? What does it look like? You need to see it. You need to look it in the eye. Look at that wall. That wall is standing in front of everything that you are supposed to do and the person that you have to become. There are people on the other side of that wall that need you. They need your message. They need your gifts. They need your talents. And that wall is standing in the way. We're going to break it down. That's not your wall. We're going to break it down together. How are we going to break it down? Are we going to use a hammer? Are we going to punch it? Are you going to call someone you love to help you? Or is this one you have to do all by yourself? I need you to break it down. I need you to hear it crumble. You are bigger than this wall. You are bigger than the things that you are afraid of. Break it down until it's just a pile on the floor. Crumbs, dust. Look how big you are. You were always this big. And it is small. You made it small. You will not be owned by this wall. But it's all gotta go. Every piece. Even the dust. Even if they're heavy, you can carry them piece by piece. Maybe there's gonna be a wave that's just gonna take it away. It's gone. I want you to visualize it gone. You did it. You did it. That thing you didn't think you could do, that thing that you said, how in the hell am I ever gonna make this happen? And you did it. Because you're big and you're powerful and you're strong and you're beautiful and you're hard and you're seen. And you did it. And I want you to look around. Everyone you love is here. This is who you are. Maybe it's your soulmate. Maybe it's someone you haven't even met yet, but they love you. Maybe it's someone who's not with you anymore, but they've been watching over you and they're here. I want you to feel the love all the way up to the tippy top, till there's nothing left but love. And breathe it in. You are loved and you are powerful. I want you to visualize what you can see, and what you can see is the most beautiful thing that you have ever seen. Is it water? Is it mountains? Is it the coolest view? Take it in. Smell the air. What does it feel like? Is it crisp? This is who you are. This is who you are meant to be. You are strong. Breathe it in. You are powerful. Breathe it in. You are here to serve people. You are here to change their lives. This is what you are meant for. This is what you were called for. You were made for this. You're amazing. And you did it, and you can do it again. You're a hairstylist. Breathe it in. Stand up for me. You are beautiful. You are heard. You are seen. Breathe it in. You are power. You are loved. You're a fucking hairstylist. And you're gonna change the world. Arms up. Look at everyone around you. Big thoughts, big dreamers. They're powerful too. Oh, breathe it out. You're such an amazing hairstylist. Sit on down. Bring the music down for me. I want you to remember how you felt tonight, how excited you are in your life right now. And when those walls come up and they keep coming up, I want you to remember who you fucking are and to pivot, okay? Thank you for being here with me tonight.
Nothing short of amazing. Thank you so much. Give it up for this incredible woman. Wow.